Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm literally just in the middle of curling my hair, and I thought, you know what, let me just, let's step back a little bit so you can see. Yeah, I thought, I don't know, I'll try and film a video while I do this so I can kill two birds with one stone. I'm trying to be consistent with YouTube. It's so difficult, honestly. I respect YouTubers on a whole different level. I'm using the Babyliss curling wand. As you can see, some of my hair is already like falling out. I've had this wig for like 2 years, by the way. So I suppose it's only fair that some of the hair pieces fall out. I'm going to be using this keratin hair protectant, and I've already put some on there, but I'm just going to add a bit, you know, just to send the message that I've used some heat protectant. And I'm going to use a bit of that as well. I have already used some, so let's not get crazy and use that, because I know that's a setting spray and not a styling spray. Any hairdresser would know about this one. And then finally I'll use this one when I'm ready to, you know, get some sheen on the hair. And this is, sorry, I think I put it down too quick. This is a Cream of Nature sheen spray, replenishing sheen spray. For those of you who don't know about it, you should get it if you're a hairstylist, okay? Yeah, so I'm just going to get into it. I wanted to talk to you about signs that you're ready to leave a relationship, okay? I did try filming it, but honestly, it's so difficult to like film and talk at the same time, and then the video cut, and it's like so stressful, okay? First sign is when the person is not being accountable, okay? Honestly, we live in a generation where people are just like, they do whatever. To be honest with you, it's so difficult to be in a relationship with sensible people. It's really, really difficult. And it's like the same person that's meant to be accountable because they love and care about you, supposedly, they're just now going on, I don't know, going on mad. let's say as it is, really. They start going on mad, and it's difficult to sometimes get to that middle ground where we're both acting mature and having a common goal and common purpose to pursue the relationship to, I don't know, whatever the agreed length of time is, or, you know, till death do us part. It is difficult, and when you know that the person doesn't have the same goals as you, honestly, that is your moment to walk away. Unless you think they have a very genuine reason as to why they're behaving that way, they're going through some trauma or stressful situation, or they're grieving or something. Honestly, it's not worth it staying in that situation, you know, just to get yourself worked up and stressed about things that you don't need to stress out. So be mindful when they stop being accountable, okay? Another sign is when they start ignoring your texts and your calls. Yeah, honestly, that is like I find that so disrespectful. Like, yeah, especially if it just goes beyond high and by. It's an actual relationship where you have goals and they ignore your texts, especially for days. Ours is okay, you know, you can deal with it if something bad hasn't happened to them. But if it's for days and you know they're online, it's like, seriously. Anyway, you can tell like I curled this bit good. Like, honestly, I'm so proud of myself. I really curled this hair, by the way. So I'm kind of loving how it's looking right now. Let me just go over this one because it looks a bit like weak. Yeah, normally I would use a styling spray to spray on it, but I think what I'm going to do is just spray on it a little bit and use my baby comb, which has lost a few of its teeth. Don't judge me. And I'm just going to use the curl over it. Another sign is when they start exhibiting controlling behavior and they start telling you what to wear. Yeah, sometimes it's cute. I'm not saying that your partner can't tell you what to wear or whatever, but when a person starts telling you what to wear, how to style your hair, how much makeup you can wear, how short your skirts can go, how tall, I don't know, your heels can go, it's like, nah. Yes, it's cute, but sometimes you really don't need to be checking what another person. Then you become like a parent in the relationship and you start acting like the elderly. It's not good. Like, you can't just do people like that. It's not fair, and it can harm the quality of the relationship or the progress of the relationship with time as you keep doing that. And to be honest, it gets the other person unhappy when they start feeling like they're being controlled. I'm not talking about I mean, this situation can apply to other things like, you know, how much money you can spend, or who you're hanging out with and whatnot. Luckily, I haven't been in a situation, you know, where I've had to deal with that. These are just selfish things that I think the average young person goes through, and sometimes we miss these signs. So I'm trying to help a sister out here, okay, mainly a sister. But if you're a guy and you're watching this, I hope that this helps you and you know when that lady is just being unreasonable, okay? Alright, this curl is nice still, I'm not even gonna lie. Ah! Did you see that? Did you see that? Can you see that? Ah! Okay. Another sign is also when you realize that the person is being selfish with their money. Yeah, that is one serious thing. Most of the time, you realize that, oh, we're spending, you know, we're together, we're spending, you know, each other's money, and it's like you realize that the person hasn't even spent their own money, and what you end up doing is having to pay for them all the time. And if you're not careful, you can go a whole year paying for the other person. And these times, you're meant to be the girl. I'm not endorsing any traditional roles here, but most of the time, if a guy likes you, they go out of their way and they try to be as chivalrous as possible, and they try and provide for you and do all these sweet things for you. That if you're in the relationship, the guy is not doing that for you, especially in the beginning of the relationship where it's supposed to be the honeymoon and the novelty stage. Nah, girl, run, okay? Like, you need to run, because that is just trouble. It's either he's spending his money on somebody else, or he's trying to be smart, keeping his money just so he can walk away whenever he's ready. Oh my god, this curl is bomb. Rah, I'm shook. That is beautiful. Another sign is when you realize that they don't support your projects. Like if you want to do, like, I don't know, you want to host an event and you realize that they're not supporting you, if you're like a freelance MUA or whatever. And yeah, I'm saying these things because I've encountered all these things in, you know, in minute ways. And you realize, oh, they don't want to take you anywhere, they don't want to help you, or they don't want to support you. And it's like, what are we supposed to be in this relationship? We're supposed to build together. If you can't help me, if I can't help you, you're choosing not to help me when you have the ability to help me. That is not somebody who's going to be supportive in the long term. And you want to choose a suitable partner and somebody who can actually help you with your life as well as with your kids and with your family members, okay? So if he's not exhibiting these signs, girl, that's your sign to run away. Run, don't walk. Another sign is when you see him in public and he treats you different. Like, you're cool in the indoors, yeah? When you're having your Netflix and chill moments, this guy is like the most loving person. And you see them outside, yeah, and they act like they don't know you from Adam. It's like, how? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, this is a moment where you say, how sway, you know? It's just really bizarre, and sometimes it's difficult to reconcile both people. It's like, you just know they're hiding something. And I know this because I've been through like several situations where honestly, I've been through a lot, but there's no need to discuss it. I just hope that people, when you see these signs, you don't ignore them, because these are things that I overlooked for so long, and it's like, it's only a matter of time before you realize, oh, you're just being stupid, honestly. Another sign is, I don't know whether I said about him ignoring or your text and ghosting you. That is also another serious thing. So if you spot those signs, please run away, okay? It's not a good sign. Another sign is when you start falling out with good people in your life, like your family members, good friends, and all that stuff. I've learned in a subtle way, but at the same time, I also know that the situation can be, because it's been different with different friends. So if you're not careful, you get caught up with like friends who are jealous or whatever, and friends who don't want you to, but at the same, and family members who don't want you to move on, but at the same time, you have to be mindful and be able to discern when somebody is actually looking out for you and when they're just being like, I don't know, just an idiot, really. So just be mindful of situations like that. And I think if you have to, the final thing for me is if you realize that you're having to compromise yourself, or compromise your values, or betray yourself in a way, especially that affects your faith and your morals, then you know that this is a toxic relationship. And you know, you don't have to sell yourself short, especially for those of you who are in relationships where you don't want to fornicate or, you know, get caught up in crazy sexual things. And it's like, this person is just, it's almost like they're threatening you, if you don't do this, and you know, I'm out, you're not satisfying my needs. But I promise you, you don't have to compromise yourself to be in a relationship. You don't have to have sex, you don't have to have a threesome, you don't have to do anything that is dodgy. Honestly, if you don't feel comfortable with it, do not compromise yourself. Don't get in a situation where the guy's like, oh, if you don't do this, or the girl is like, oh, if you don't do this, then I'm not happy, blah blah blah, that's not fair. No, you don't have to do nothing. If you feel like, I'm betraying myself, I'm betraying who I am, oh, this doesn't sit well with my conscience, then girl, that's your moment. Honestly, run away. Run away. Because I promise you,